Hi there, this is Mike Durr, Kingwood Mortgage Guy, and I am by myself tonight, but I'm going to be talking about something I think a lot of people might be interested in. This is the key to your first home, navigating down payment assistance for new buyers, and for that matter, really any buyer. All right. The reason that this is important is that we just got the FHFA assessment of what the appreciation was like for 2023. I think CoreLogic kind of jumped in there also. And it appears as if after initial estimates were going to be that 2023 appreciation was going to be negative, that in fact did not happen. Matter of fact, homes appreciated right at 6% nationally. Obviously, some areas better than that. And 6% appreciation is fantastic if you're a home buyer, if you're a home owner, I'm sorry. If you're a home buyer, that may be not such good news because the price of home keeps moving away from you. That's why the down payment assistance programs for new buyers that maybe haven't saved their money or haven't gotten all their ducks in a row, but have done enough so that they can qualify for homes today. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about just the general parameters. And so as I go through this, I'm going to share my screen with you. And let's do that now. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about what we're going to cover. We're going to talk about types of assistance, eligibility requirements, how to apply, what resources are available, misconceptions, what strings are attached, and then some of the common questions. So let's get going here. So the type of assistance available, now there are probably national programs that I don't even know about. There's state programs, there's county programs, there's legal or local government agencies and nonprofit associations that are there to help. Local county grants are a good option, nonprofit entities, and then where I come in, lender programs. Now these lender programs are probably the easiest to qualify for of the ones that we mentioned there. They're always going to be available. I say that, nothing is always, but right now there's a robust number of lender programs that offer anywhere from 3.5% to 5% in down payment assistance. Okay, and we're going to talk about those. So here's eligibility requirements. This is not a complete list. There'll be some variance, but you got to have good credit. You got to have stable employment. You got to have, it helps to have some money. It's not an absolute, but it helps to have some money. You're going to have to inspect the property. You're going to have to pay for an appraisal, those kind of things. If your income is in the medium range, low to medium, that's a plus. Actually, it's one of the few places that would be a plus. But even if, even if you have higher income, that's not going to knock you out of these programs. If you're employed as a nurse, a school district employee, a fireman, a police officer, a veteran, a postman, any social service employees, those are going to be assets to you. And other than that, you don't have to be any of those, and you still have access to some of these lender down payment assistance programs. So there is a program for just about everybody. How do you apply? Well, you contact your favorite mortgage professional, and that would be me. Yeah. Do research on various programs that are out there, both the national, the county, the nonprofits, those kind of guys. But if you've got a home, if you picked out a home already and you just are going, man, I wish I had the money, you should call. And what I encourage you to do is to call Kingwood Mortgage Guys, or call, you can call me, or you can go to my website at kingwoodmortgageguys.com. On the landing page there, there's a blue button at the top right that says apply. And what you want to do is you want to click on that, go through the application process. It'll come right to me, and we'll get together and we'll talk about it right away. So what resources are available? Well, there's a list here, state Texas State Affordable Housing Corporation. There's another one, HUD Gov, Homeowners Assistance Texas, Texas Homebuyer Program, Federal Housing Administration, FHA, Down Payment Assistance Grants for Texas, Texas Regional Bank, Down Payment Assistance Programs, and or the Kingwood Mortgage Guy. I'll tune you in to the ones that are from the lender programs, and we can look at those. Okay, so those are some resources. If you need additional information after seeing this and it was too small for you, call me. I'll send you a copy of this slide. So what are some of the misconceptions about the down payment assistance stuffs? Well, some programs are for all home buyers. So there you go. You don't have to be a first-time home buyer for this to qualify. Now, the guideline specifically defines that a first-time home buyer is categorized as somebody that has not lived in a home for the last 3 years or has not been a homeowner for the last 3 years. If you were a homeowner 5 years ago and you sold that house and you've been renting since then, guess what? You are designated as a first-time home buyer. Some are restricted to first-time home buyer programs. Some of the programs are. Some are restricted only to low and medium income. Some programs have no income limits, so that's for everybody. Only available to social service employees. Those are postmen and school district employees and firemen and police officers, that type of thing. And then there's some lenders that have very flexible guidelines for their first-time home buyer program. So don't not call me or don't contact us because you're not sure what program you would qualify for. We'll find one for you. They're out there. Excuse me. Are there strings attached? Well, in this slide, what it talks about is there's certain parameters so that like your ownership history or your income limitation or the property type. Can you buy a double wide mobile home with a first-time home buyer program? Yeah, you can. Home buyer education. In almost all of these programs, you're going to be required to go through some kind of home buyer education that the lender prepares, or in some cases, the nonprofit prepares that, or in many cases, the county has a program for you. But you can't lose on any of those educational programs. They're going to help you. Strings attached. Are the rates a little bit higher? Yeah, they are. Are the terms a little restrictive? No, they're consistent with most of the time by FHA or conventional loans. You must live in the home for X number of years. Yes, if you have got a grant program and you're not making payments on that grant, sometimes you'll have to stay in. Excuse me. You'll have to stay in that house for 3 to 5 years. You must make your payments when you're in a grant program like that, where it's a forgivable second. Yeah, you need to make your payments consistently for that 5 years. So if you're not sure that you can do that, it's not a program for you. Okay, you just don't want to do that. Impact on home equity growth. Well, so you're putting less money down. That means that you're kind of taking a step back as far as equity, because the entity that's giving you the down payment assistance is really you're essentially borrowing that money. So you don't have a lot of equity to start with, which means appreciation is a long-term game. And when I'm thinking of this, I'm thinking, how do I get caught up? Ways to expedite that appreciation, because it's not all about appreciation, but it can make a significant impact on your financial life if you do these things. So these would be tips, I guess. Renovate. And you see this couple is in their house painting. Improve the property, paint it, upgrade the kitchen and the bathrooms, do landscaping, pay a little extra on your mortgage each month to pay it down faster. Those are all kinds of little things that you can do. I mean, you're going to want to live in a nice place, so fix it up. All right, do the kind of things that you take pride in the ownership of that home, and it will come back and help you as you live there for the years. And I've got some other tips down here that I think are good. I know these are good. Tips for maximizing down payment assistance benefits. Well, these are home remodeling projects with the highest return on investment, ROI, the return on investment. And it's got a list of exterior projects and some interior projects that you can do that the money that you put in, you're most likely to get back. And let's see if I can read this. For some reason, if you get a good garage door replacement, that's a big win. I mean, the money that you spend on that, you're going to get it back almost immediately. One of the others on here, oh, if you get a new exterior, maybe new paneling or new siding, hardy plank would be a good example. The ones on the bottom are a kitchen remodel or a bathroom remodel. Those come back to you pretty quick. So those are some of the things. And of course, the other part that I put on to the right is you want to be prepared. You want to have a plan. So when you go into your house, you talk to your spouse and you say, okay, in this first year, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get the house painted. And then the second year, maybe you get the exterior of the house painted. And then after that, we're going to have a budget for that. We need to estimate expenses. We need to have a timeline for improvements. And we need to anticipate surprises. So all of those things are things that will help you when you're going through this process of thinking about what you're going to do to make that property better. Make that property better. Sorry about my cough. I can't shake it. All right. I think I just did that. All right, so questions. Here are some questions that my dear wife came up with. What is down payment assistance? Well, down payment assistance is a program that helps homebuyers cover the upfront costs of purchasing a home, such as the down payment and some of the closing costs. Who is eligible for down payment assistance? So eligibility requirements for down payment assistance programs vary, but typically they are based on factors such as income, credit, and the location of the home being purchased. How do I apply for down payment assistance? I think I showed that to you. To apply for down payment assistance, you'll need to contact the organization or agency offering the program and follow their application process. This may involve submitting financial documents and meeting certain criteria. If that's with me, yeah, you do need to submit your financial documents. Can I use down payment assistance for any type of home? You absolutely can. There are some limitations, but not many. And we already talked about manufactured home, single wide or double wide. Down payment assistance program may have restrictions on the type of home that can be purchased, such as the home's price, location, condition. Be sure to check the guidelines of the specific program you are interested in. Will receiving down payment assistance affect my mortgage interest rate? And I'd say 9 times out of 10, yes, it will. It'll be a little bit higher, but it's not so much that it's better paying a higher interest rate than not buying a home in most cases. Of course, that depends on how high the rate is. So my answer here says, in most cases, receiving down payment assistance will not impact your mortgage interest rate. I say it does. However, it's important to confirm this with your lender before moving forward with the program. It does. So, are there any downsides to using down payment assistance? Well, you don't have as much equity. That's a key. It says here, while down payment assistance can help make home ownership more accessible, it's important to consider any potential restrictions or requirement that may come with the program. Additionally, some programs may involve additional fees or interest rates. So I haven't seen the ones with additional fees to a modest extent, but the interest rate's about a point higher is what I've seen. What happens if I sell my home after receiving down payment assistance? Again, in most cases, you own the home. If you can sell it and make money, that's good. In some cases where you get a forgivable portion of that down payment assistance, you do have to pay it back if you don't stay in that house for the period that they dictate in their program. So you have a choice on that. Some down payment assistance program may require you to repay a portion of the assistance if you sell your home within a certain time frame. Be sure to review the terms of the program to understand your obligations. Can I combine down payment assistance with other homebuyer programs? Yes, you can. In some cases, you may be able to combine down payment assistance with other home buyer programs, such as first-time home buyer grants or loans. Be sure to check with the programs you're interested in and confirm that they can be used together. Okay, so those are the questions. Hopefully those were some of your questions. And if they weren't, I want you to feel free to call me. I'd love to chat with you about that. So here's what we've covered: types of assistance available, eligibility requirements, how to apply, what resources are available, misconceptions, strings attached, and common questions. So listen, I appreciate you taking the time to visit with me tonight, and I hope that this was helpful to you. I'd love it if you had some comments or likes or subscribe to our station. We plan to be here every Wednesday evening between 6 and 6:15 and put on something that is helpful to you, the consumer. And again, we'd love to be there for you if you had any questions. All right. So I am going to end this. I think I go here, and hopefully this will be good. And I'll talk to you guys next week or earlier. I like that. Call me. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.